Truth to Power. Just gonna try and share this podcast for a few minutes. Give me a second, please. So 1 minute, I'm just gonna just share. Yeah, greetings and welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we. Yeah, greetings and welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please share the broadcast. Share. Yeah, we're gonna go live. Greetings and welcome. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I want to just know if you can hear me. Can you hear me all right? Can you guys hear me all right? Can you hear me? Can you hear me all right? Testing, 1, 2, testing. Can you hear me all right? Just want to be sure you can hear me. I think you can hear me. Greetings and welcome. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please tap and share. Help us grow the platform. It's been away for a couple of days. Wanted to do 1 or 2 things. Please, we really do need to share the broadcast. It's very important. I have said this about quite a few things going on, and thank you for those of you joining. Please, shortly, I would be showing you. We have a new. I'd like you to sign up to our newsletter on Duarte and on Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. So help us grow the platform. We truly appreciate you. As you're coming in, tap and share. Tap and share. Greetings, Tom. Tom, thank you very much for the like. Yolanda Ade Boomy, thank you very much. Welcome. Let me just do something right quick. Want to make sure we are on it. Help me as you're coming in. Tap on the screen. Help us grow the platform. Share our broadcast. We really truly appreciate your support. And we're grateful for every time you join us on the broadcast. You talk to us, and we are very, very, very grateful for that support. So tap on the screen. We have quite a few things to talk about, and we want to really bring hi to you all, and we want to bring you one of the latest information that we have. We're going to talk about the Epstein file, and as you can see, I'll quickly bring the topic of the day so we can talk about that as well. We might as well, so that it gives you an idea of what we're trying to do here. So, sorry, 1 second. Sorry, that's not what I wanted to do. Just give me 1 second. Where's that file? I will find it. Just give me a minute. I will find it. There is meant to be a picture which I wanted to. Here we go. That's it. So I need you to look at this picture in that context. Please share the broadcast. Tap on the screen. Help us grow the platform. Tap away and share. And of course, please subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram. Now, we are shortly going to be launching. I've started a newsletter, and I would like you to please go and join my newsletter. There's going to be a monthly newsletter. The next month that's coming now is going to be free. And one of the reasons why I'm doing the newsletter is because we have noticed now that on all the platforms, when we do any shows, there seems to be some sort of restriction on our discussions and what we talk about. And it is very, very time consuming to constantly have to worry about what is being done and keep looking and all of that. So please, as you're watching, of course, if you're joining me for the first time, and you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube. You are listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. One of the reasons why the topic today is Epstein Files, shattering the West illusions of moral superiority. Now, one of the reasons why that is a particular topic is because for too long, the Western powers, they say to African leaders, come to a meeting and many of them go. Do you remember the picture when was it the president before Trump? What's his name now? Oh my God. Anyway, you know the one that was before Trump. It'll come to me. The president before Trump. God, I've just forgotten his name. Yeah, B whatever. You know. Anyway, who remembers that name? I can see his face, but I cannot picture it. Let me see. Let me just quickly. I'll get that up now. Let me just see. Let me just see. Biden. That's it. Biden. So the president before Trump. There is a picture which I'm actually going to show you with African leaders going to the meeting, and he's standing in the middle of it. That I need to bring that picture up. So with African leaders in the White House, yeah? So let me show you that picture. And I'm going somewhere with this. White House pic. I'm going somewhere with it because it's very important to understand. Right, there you go. So, where is it again? So we are going to, I want to show you that picture. That picture. In fact, I'm actually going to take it out, and just give me 1 sec, please. I will need to share this. Please tap on the screen and share. You are watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you so much for joining. I truly appreciate you for joining. Please tap on the screen and share. I am being careful what I'm going to say, because I know as soon as I say anything, what tends to happen is before you know it, TikTok will start giving me warnings and everything else. Please don't use any swear words. Don't use any words. If you want to say anything about GUN, say pew pew. If you want to say anything about some people who are doing harm to other people, just say the TT, the terror sort of kind of thing. Be very this is one of the reasons why I wanted to join my my newsletter. So please, I have a link that I'm going to share. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if I'm allowed to share links. That's a problem. But please do join me. So let me try and do something here. I'm going to try and get this picture, not that one. Sorry. So we are going to, is that pictures? No, give me a minute. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time, because we need to understand what has happened. We really do need to understand what has happened and what impact that has had on us collectively. Okay, so now, give me a minute. I'm going to show you that picture. Just give me a minute. Please tap on the screen and share. Help us grow the platform. You are, of course, listening to Citizen AY. There you go. So, if you see the picture, I'm sure you can see it. Please, those of you who are on TikTok, on YouTube, please subscribe to us. Help us grow the platform. Share the broadcast. Help us reach more people. We appreciate you, and we need your support. Particularly on YouTube now, we need to make sure that we begin to, get more members to join us. So if you're on TikTok, please, you can also share the broadcast. We are on YouTube live right now. Greetings and welcome. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth power. We'd like you to tap on the screen and help us grow the broadcast and reach more people as we are watching. So now, like I said, if you look at it, so that's Biden in the middle there, yeah? And look at all the African leaders. Now, the reason why many African leaders have been rushing there is there has been this illusion. There's been this illusion that the West had the moral right to decide what the future was for the rest of the world. That only the West had the powers of knowing what is right, what is wrong, all of that. Greetings and welcome, those of you on YouTube. As you're coming in, please give us a thumbs up. Help us with more people. Subscribe, hit the notification button, give us thumbs up, and we really do appreciate you. So if you look at that picture there, Those of you, you won't be able to see it on YouTube, but those of you on TikTok, you will see it. If you look at the picture, what you're seeing is many African leaders around the American leader, Joe Biden, at the time. Now, the interesting thing about that is that many African leaders believe that whatever the West has said, whatever the West says, has to be true because of the conditioning that we have gone through for so long. Keep in mind, many people, let me take this opportunity. I want to talk about this in depth. And I will keep talking about this over and over and over. There is a Pope, and I was Pope Nicholas Pope Nicholas V. It is important that we understand how damaging that has been on indigenous people, not only in Africa, but around the world. Tap on the screen, help us share the broadcast. You are listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. As you're coming in, please give us a thumbs up, double tap on the screen, help us reach more people, and of course, subscribe to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Now, I'm quickly going to show you, for those of you who may not be in the know, the doctrine of discovery, right? We're going to go live. I want to do this. This is what is known as the doctrine of discovery. The entire Western civilization is built on this. Okay? Please understand. Tap on the screen share. Grow the platform. You are listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Those of you who are on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up as you're watching. Share the broadcast and let us reach more people. This is the foundation, the entire Western world. The foundation is this document. It is known as the doctrine of discovery. And you can see that is the document there. That is the document that you see on the screen. Take a screenshot if you want to take a screenshot. It is very important as Africans, as foundational Black Americans or Native Americans, however you want to call yourself on the American continent. It is important that you understand this document. This document is what is still being used to rule over the entire world till date. And you will see shortly why. But let's carry on. So I'm going to quickly read that now. It says here, the paper poll issued by Pope Alexander 6 May 4, 1493 plays a central role in the Spanish conquest of the New World. So there is also another one by the fifth Pope, Pope Nicholas V. Let me get that up for you. We need to get it in the right order. There's one by the Pope Nicholas. So let me get that up. I want to just get that up for you. This one, because they had paper, they call something papacy, and in there they will tell you that they have the power. The Pope gave them the power. This Pope here gave them the power to go to other countries around the world, take it over, and begin to run them as though, enslave people. Enslave people, indigenous people in their own land. And it is very important that we understand that. This is nothing to do with hate. We need to understand the foundation of the world that we live in. You see, many of us as Africans, we have been conditioned not to question anything that we are told. And that has been damaging to us. We've been conditioned to accept that whatever we are told about the world that we live in, we psychologically accept. And we do not question, we do not inquire, we simply go, okay, this is what they've told us, and it is important that we begin to question that. And that is what today's broadcast is really about. Please tap on the screen and share. We have to understand that what they have done to us has to condition us to accept injustice on ourselves. And that is what we're still suffering from till date. Greetings, those of you watching. You are listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Currently now, if you go onto my Facebook page, there is pinned to the top of that a news a link for a newsletter. You can click on that, you sign up to join. I'm not quite sure how I can do the link on TikTok. TikTok don't allow you to share links. So you will have to go to my other platform, either YouTube or Facebook, and you can have it. Or you can get in touch with me in the background and I'll show you that you can take a screenshot of whatever I put up and then, copy it onto your search engine. I might very well do that in this broadcast. I'll see how we can get that done. Please tap on the screen and share. You're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. So now, let me say 27, 28. I want to show you the face of this guy. And I need you to really understand the foundation. This man here, Pope, you see that name? Pope Nicholas V. You see? That's him. Pope Nicholas V. Now, that's a painting of him. Now, we're going to go quickly to what he wrote. And that's very important because it is the foundation of the entire Western world till date. Okay, so now, in the undertaking, this works. Nicholas was moved to strengthen the weak faith and populace, but the Pope, however, let me see. Let me see. I'm just going to give you what he basically did was to tell the countries of Portugal and Spain that they can go over and take over people in their own land, to take them to carry out war against people in their own land and take them over. And once they take them over, they enslave them first. Once they enslave them, then they now make them into Christians. And it is important that we understand that sequence. It is that sequence will become apparent later on, because that is what they're still using till date to rule in many African countries. Now, there we go. It says here, I wrote to Pope for help against impending siege. They wrote the word here to attack and conquer, subjugate Saracens and pagans and other enemies of Christ wherever they may be found. Issued less than a year before the fall of Constantinople. The bull intended to begin another crusade against Ottoman Empire. So it wasn't really about the Ottoman Empire alone. It also, if you see, please note, this is Christianity, right? So the Pope are talking about Christianity, religion. But look at the text of this religion. It said here, the geographical area of concession given in the bull is not explicit, but historian Richard Gradwell finds that clearly refers to recently discovered land along the coast of West Africa. Portuguese ventures were intended to compete with the Muslim Trans-Saharan caravans, which played a key role in highly profitable Muslim slave trade and also held monopoly on West African gold and ivory. Please, what is the Pope doing talking about gold and ivory in West Africa? That is what we have to really understand. That the papacy, the bull, or that they wrote, gave them the power. You see it here? The bull conferred exclusive trading rights to Portuguese between Morocco and West Indies and inhabitants. And it was given by Nicholas in brief to King, extend the rights, granting existence of territory of all those that might be taken in future. So the point I am making here is this. The Christianity that we are following today, many people believe that they are benevolent, they're caring. No, Christianity didn't come to be kind to you. Christianity came to conquer you. You need to understand that. Christianity came to conquer you. Greetings, Wumi Toki World. It came to conquer you. And please, as you're watching this, I want to take this opportunity to promote one or two people as I'm watching. If you are in the cold region, like I am, I do have this, right, that I use to keep my wrists warm. This is, if you want something like this to keep your wrist warm, like I have, get in touch with me. There is somebody who does this. Get in touch if you want it to keep warm. It's very, very good, and it's handmade. This is handmade, and they really we will need any support you can give. Get in touch with myself if you're interested. DM me, and I'll give you the details of the person and what they do. It's made at Maria Stugan. They do knitting, and this is something I find it's very, very useful. So I recommend that if you want to use that, if you want that, and it's handmade. You know, it's quality stuff, and it's very tough and long lasting, so you can get that. So please do get in touch if you want that as well. Now let us go to I want to take a opportunity to mention Wumi Turkey World. She can, if you are from Nigeria and you miss your Nigerian food, she can organize getting the food to you via, you know, if you get in touch with her. And she's on TikTok right now. You can also join her directly, and she can get in touch with you via TikTok, and she can get in touch with you, and she can deliver whatever the food stuff you're missing in Africa, in Nigeria. She can get it for you, be it you know, plantains, or be it beans, be it iru, and so on, stockfish, whatever. She can help you. You just tell her the quantities, and she can deliver it. She can package it and deliver it to you. And also she does a clothing range, Wumi Turkey World. So again, get in touch with her on her TikTok page, Wumi Turkey World. You know, so please, what we're trying to do on this platform is to try and help people that we know, and we're doing we have interaction with, that is to do with promoting their business, and you know, so we do that. Like I said, so please do get in touch. You know, this is very good. I find this very, very useful. So you see, I'm wearing it, and it's it keeps you warm, particularly if you're in a cold place, because your wrist is usually one of the places where you will go, you will actually, what's the word? You will get very cold quickly. So please do use that. Now, going back to what I was saying, the popes, what they were doing is the Christianity didn't care about you as a person. Christianity wanted your land. So what they were doing, thanks for the gift, I appreciate that, thank you very much. So what they were doing, what they were basically doing, was they've given the Pope is giving the countries that they are the European countries, Spain, Turkey, and Spain, Portugal, you know, Netherlands, all of them, were giving them powers to go and carry out war, physical, actual war against indigenous people on their own land. And once they capture, he says here, once they capture, vanquish, and subdue all Saracens and pagans, whatsoever, and other enemies of Christ, whatsoever place in the kingdoms, dukedoms, principalities, dominions, all movable, immovable, whatsoever held, possessed by them, and reduce the persons to perpetual slavery. It is important that you understand this as an African, because when many of us, no, thank you, no. You're welcome. So please do go ahead and support Wumi Turkey World. Now, one of the things I want you to really do is this: we have to make sure that we understand what Christianity stood for. Many of us aren't aware of it, and that is why we're bringing this information to you, so that you can understand that Christianity wrote laws. They wrote the discovery, the doctrine of discovery, right, which was then here, was written to actually take over the new world. As it says here, the document supported Spain's strategy to ensure its exclusive right to the lands discovered by Columbus the previous year, established demarcation line 100 leagues west of the Azores, assigned Spain the exclusive right to acquire territories, possessions, and to trade in all land west of that line. All others were forbidden to approach the west of the line without special license from the rulers of Spain. This effectively gave Spain a monopoly on the lands in the New World. So they gave themselves, Christianity gave itself the right to go and conquer other lands and to enslave. Remember the words here, to enslave, it says here. Now I'll read the words here, because we need to understand, a lot of people don't connect Christianity to slavery, and we have to connect it. We need to, as Africans or Black Americans, we have to understand that the world that it is, the Western world that it is right now as it is built on slavery. It's built on slavery. It's not about hate. It is facts that we were not aware of. And platforms like mine, we want to educate. We're not here to abuse. Please do tap and share this on the screen. Help us reach more people. And we welcome gifts. And please help us. If you can subscribe to us on a monthly basis, we'd really appreciate that. But of course, going forward, go and join our news letter. That would be of great help. We really do need your support. So tap on the screen and share and help us grow the platform. You are listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I say hi to everybody that's joining, and as you're sharing, I really appreciate you. But please, we'll be grateful if you can give us gifts on the platform to help us. And like I said, I'm doing one or two things in terms of planning to go, on a trip to Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. All of that will be covered in the newsletter. So please do ensure you look out for and get in touch. Join the newsletter. It's going to be a monthly thing that I'll be doing on the platform, and it gives us more control over how we reach those who are following us, and be able to share information and continue this uninterrupted journey of learning and retelling our stories in our own, from our African perspective. One of the things that is missing, that has been missing since all of these years, 1400 and something, has been the African perspective. And we've been told what we Africans think by those who don't know Africans. They've been telling us what to think, how to think, and everything else. Our lives has been shaped by those who conquered Africa. That is the reality of it. So when you say that you are a Christian, you are only doing what they told you, because once they do this, once they put you into perpetual slavery, they now convert you forcefully into Christianity as Africans. And it is, or melanated people. And that has been the goal. This is the goal. Pope Nicholas V, a Christian pope, wrote this doctrine of discovery. The land you discover, you have a right to go conquer them. Like he said, it says here, I'm going to read it again to you. Consistent with the broad aims, it allowed Portuguese to invade, search out, capture, vanquish, and subdue all pagans, all Saracens and pagans. So people who are indigenous people, like, in Africa and other places, they give themselves the power to go and conquer us, subdue us, vanquish, and pagans, whatsoever, and other enemies of Christ. These people don't know. How can people who don't know about Christ be enemies of Christ? So can you see, they were giving themselves power that they don't have the right to do. And this has been this was done under Christianity. And that's why I'm bringing this up. So you can see now it says here, whatever another enemies of Christ, whatsoever placed, and kingdoms, dukedoms, principalities, dominions, and possessions, and all movable and immovable goods whatsoever held, possessed by them, to reduce their person to perpetual slavery. So this is the goal. It is important to understand this is the goal of Christianity. Until date, it has not changed. You may think that you have freedom in Africa, but they see Africa as their dominion. That is why many of their leaders, it is the same old doctrine of discovery of under Pope Nicholas V that the governments of the West are still practicing till date. So it is important that we establish that connection so that we begin to understand what we're doing. So many African leaders are not aware of this. So you think that when you go, when they do an agreement with you, that they are bound by the agreement. They are not. They are not bound by the agreement. Thank you very much, Wumito. Okay, and those of you who are gifting the platform, please continue to share. I really do appreciate you. You are listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Could you consider subscribing to us on TikTok as we are right now? And I'll give you further updates, or Facebook or YouTube, and help us grow that platform more. I really do appreciate you. Obviously, ultimately, the newsletter is the place that we're going, because I've stated many times on this platform that we need to have our own media space, as Africans, so that we can tell our own stories from our own perspective and be able to explain and encourage each other to question the world around us. As you can see with Christianity, they subjugate. The main aim, the number one aim of Christianity was to invade, search out, capture, vanquish, and subdue all Saracens and pagans. So people who are not aware of Christianity or Islam, living their own lives, are considered Saracens and pagans. And that's not what they call themselves. They call themselves, in my kingdom or your kingdom, we see ourselves as Yoruba people, as people of the Oyo kingdom. We don't know connection with either Saracens or the name Saracens or pagan. It means nothing to us. But you can see what this has been, how this has been done to really get, subjugate us. And we need to really be aware of that. I'll come back and talk more about this, Now, listen to this. Nicholas sanctioned the purchase. You see, Pope Nicholas V, he sanctioned the purchase of black slaves from the infidel, many women and other Negroes taken by force and some barter by unprohibited articles or unlawful contract of purchase. So you can see that the Pope approved the capturing of black people. This is Christianity in action. This is Christianity in action. Many people are not aware of this. This is what Christianity is about. It is not about being nice to you and saying that I'm a Christian. It is to subjugate you. It is to enslave you. It is to reduce you to nothing. And then to force you to pray to the same God. How can a God that they pray to conquer you, be the God that you pray to free you? I'd just like to know that answer. How can the God that they pray to and they say they're using to gain territories around the world be the same God that you pray to free you from their bondage? I just want us to think about that concept for a minute. Does that make any sense what I'm saying? Does that make any sense? Tap on the screen and share. Help us grow the platform. We are over 249 people on the broadcast right now. I'm really grateful for your support. Danger everywhere. Indigenous people who live in harmony with natural ancestral connection are in danger everywhere. Exactly. It's Gina Regina. Thank you very much. That's exactly the point. So many of people, even as I speak to you now, many African leaders are unaware of what I've just stated. It goes over their head because they believe in whatever is being said to them. They haven't taken the time to go and do research, such as I'm doing, to uncover the facts. Any pope that you are bowing to, they have to subscribe to what Pope Nicholas V put down as the law. And they have never changed from that since 1455. They have never changed, and they will never change. They will never, ever change. So you can see now that the Pope sanctioned the purchase of black slaves from the infidel many Guinea men. They actually, by so doing, they encourage Africans to enslave themselves. When they sanction it, and firstly, when they sanction slavery, how can a kingdom on its own stop a force that is above it, bigger than it, going over the entire West Africa? How? So when people say, oh, we are sorry we sold our slaves into slavery, they don't understand this fact. This is the foundation of what went on. And unless we discuss this among ourselves and explain it to a coming generation in clear terms like this, we are going to be going around in circles, which is what they intended for us. They want us to keep us in the loop. Greetings, those of you who are watching me on YouTube. Thank you very much. Please give us a thumbs up as you're watching. The more you give us a thumbs up, the more you reach more people. Really important. Hello, Vivian Vio. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you. Good to see you. It's a lovely meeting you, speaking to you again. Please tap and share. Help us grow the platform. And those of you who are on TikTok, thank you so very much. So please, when you say you are a Christian as an African, I need you to know that you will never have been a Christian, but for war being brought against your people. You need to understand that. It is very important we understand that. This was imposed on you by means of war. It is not a voluntary thing that our ancestors willingly did. They conquered us. Now and then it was not enough for them that they destroyed our army and everything else. They took us over, and then they forced us to work on the farms that they now created in our land, and they took us from our land. These are realities. Christianity is the one that sanctioned slavery. We have to understand that. It is important that as Africans, we understand the connection between slavery and Christianity. For far too long, many people are not aware of that connection. I'm not speaking any falsehood here. I'm speaking facts. If this resonates with you, tap on the screen, share, grow, help us grow the platform, reach more people. It is really important that we spread this information, because this is the awakening that we need. Unless we understand what was done before we came, we are never going to be able to fix our future together with a clear understanding of what was done and the impact of what was done that we are still feeling today in our lives. It is very important. This is not about hate. It's understanding what was done and empowering us ourselves as communities collectively to make that change, long-lasting change. So you cannot trust a religion, a Christianity that actually approved, that wrote letters authorizing Western countries to take you over, enslave you, use you as a workhorse for their benefit, and then you say you are a Christian. You know, you clearly, because you haven't read what I'm showing you now, you are in the dark. They have kept you in the dark. Now we are shedding light on what's happening, and we are hoping many of us can and indeed learn from this and really share this really important information. Let's carry on for a bit. Basis. So it is on this basis that there's been argued collectively there are two bulls issued by Nicholas gave the Portuguese the right to acquire slaves. You see, yet again. So a pope writes he writes two papal bulls that conquer territories, and not only that, it gave them the right to acquire slaves. But many people in the Christian faith will never tell you what I am telling you right now. Please continue to tap and share. Those of you on YouTube, thank you very much. Give us a thumbs up. Vivian V, thank you so much. I really appreciate you joining. And those of you who will join later on, give us a thumbs up and share the broadcast. And give us gifts. We want to do what I'd like to do on this, what I want to do on this platform, what I am doing is to begin to, I want to be doing this kind of work because I those of you watching, please let's continue to share. It is very important we understand what was done, and one of the biggest weapon that has been used against us collectively as black people has been the information space. The information space. Remember, the world and everything we learned about who we are, and it was always about something they told, the stories that they told about who we are to us from their perspective. They control the media space. They control the print. They control, or if somebody who controls the press and the print, they are controlling your mind. So I am urgently suggesting that Africans, that we need to begin to ensure that we take control of our media space. We mustn't allow anybody to occupy our media space without having tight controls on that. And that is something that I think the AES are doing. They are taking control of the security, the finances, the freedom of movement, telecoms, media space, all of that. In fact, I spoke to somebody. They are working on the media space whereby the information that they will receive will not be one where the Western powers or Western hegemony are able to influence. It has to be something that is from the ground up, the talent from the people within Africa or African descent who are keen to get the right information to their people so that we can grow. You see, when we don't get the right information, it actually hampers our development, because those who are giving us that information, you end up using that information in the way they want you to use it to serve them. So the biggest thing that we need on the, audible. Oh, check. Oh, I'm not audible now. Okay. I'm audible. Okay, good. Okay, good. Brilliant. Thank you very much, Vivian. So what I'm saying here is that we have to understand. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, exactly. Arabs, of course. I mean, look, the Arabs started doing this from the 7th century. I will come and do that. The Arabs are the ones who started doing the slavery after they saw Mansa Musa. When Mansa Musa went to Saudi Arabia to Hajj, he went with so much gold that he affected the economies of the places he went right through Africa to Saudi Arabia. And when he was coming back, that was when the Arabs came back with him and they started enslaving us. So that is from the 7th century. So we have to, I will come and talk about that later on. And there's a current issue now that's going on with Arabs on the African continent that we need to talk about, but I'll do that later on. Now, so now this is the foundation, and I'll come back and talk some more about that. Right, let me just do this quickly. So I'll bring this back. We'll come back. Now, what has what I showed you got to do with this picture? Well, it has to do with this picture in the sense that the bull, the papal bull that the Pope wrote, that the Christian nations used to enslave Africans, many of them now made it into their own laws and policy in their nations. So they gave themselves the power to sell, to take over the land, to say that if they saw a land, they call it the doctrine of discovery, that they saw it, they claim it. Never mind where people, you just talk what you want to say. Zero, Bobo zero effect. Well, it's not, I'm not talking what I want to say. I'm telling you the facts. Those of you who are following me, you will know I don't. This is one of the things we have to research ourselves. And I always encourage you, please, if you're going to do anything, always back it up with research. 1 second. I need to just check something quickly. There is an information I want to try and get access to quickly, if I can, to give you that information about Pacific. Okay, no, not one. Okay, let me see if I can get this right. Is that it? No. Okay, it doesn't matter. I will have to come back and find that information. But rest assured, I need you to understand that in the US, for example, I shared something, if I can go and share it. I shared something that spoke about the fact that the US, what the US has done is that they also now made the papal bull, the doctrine of discovery, they now made it into law. In 1823, a judge during a case in America, they now made the doctrine of discovery as a law, the foundational law for policy in America. So which meant that they now, zero, yes, but without doing the research, we will not be able to tell you what's going on. Many people don't know that Christianity that we are going to pray to are the ones who enslaved us. Is that not the case based on what I've showed you? I think we need to be very, very, like I said, I always say it, please do your own research. I don't know it all, but I'm here to educate us and make us aware of what's going on. Where is this information? Let me quickly just dig into this and I'll show you what I mean. Where is it? Okay, I'm gonna go here and just give me a minute. I'll quickly just dig that information out and I'll come back because I want you to get the sense of what has been done. It's not just me talking. We need to, and I always encourage people, please do your own research. It is very important. What I'm saying, the reason why I'm saying is because many of us, we've been conditioned to not question things that we've been told. Okay, good. This is perfect. So you're going to see something on the screen now. I want you to see this on the screen. Now, from the papal bull of Pope Nicholas V, the Americans now decided to make it, you see, the doctrine transitioned from a religious decree to a secular legal principle that still influences modern law till date. So, it's very important. Now, how did they do that? Let us learn this. How did they do that? They did that by what I'm about to read next. In the United States, in the landmark 1823 case, Johnson versus McIntosh, Chief Justice John Marshall ruled that the U.S. government had ultimate title to land by right of discovery. Remember that thing again? The doctrine of discovery. They have now made it into law that gave the U.S. the right to take over your land anywhere at any time. So they made it into law. So it says the U.S. government held ultimate title to land by right of discovery, leaving the indigenous peoples with only right of occupancy. So that means they can take over your land, but they will not move you from that land. You are there to just occupy. As far as they're concerned, all their actions, you can stay there, but they control you. You don't own that land. They will only allow you to be on that land. You don't have a title to that land. Till date. Look at what's happened with Greenland. Happening with Greenland. Look at what's happening with Venezuela. Look at what happened in Iran. This is what is going on, you know. So it is very, very important to understand that when African leaders are dealing with the Western powers, that the rules that they're operating is not the laws that they're telling you on the screen. It is what they're going back to the papal bull, of the Pope Nicholas V. That is what they're doing. So please, I urge you, please do not make that mistake to think that they are operating under the same laws. The laws that they apply to us is very different to what they apply among themselves. You see what I'm saying? So they have been using this. So any agreement you enter into with America, they can break it at any time because of this. Because of this ultimate title to land that they've given themselves, they wage war all over the world against people. And that is why I'm trying to really show you what is going on. But I'll pause on that for now. We'll come back and talk some more about it again. Now, moving from this now to the present day. So now I'm hoping you can see, I'm trying to give you the connection so you understand exactly how all of this is all fitted together, how it all connects together, and how it's actually impacting our lives on a daily basis. Even though you may think, oh, I'm a Christian and everything else. You don't understand that these are levers that are being pulled, you know, to actually force you to do what they want. You know, you think you are making a decision willingly. No, this is something that has been imposed upon you. And unless we do the research, you know, they will not rebuild. Okay, well, whatever. We're not going to have demonic elections. But anyway, I'm not interested in that. So let's carry on with what I'm saying here. So now, this is the one I want you to look at. So what has happened now with Epstein Files, it has shattered the West illusion of moral superiority. How can somebody claim to have to be morally superior when they are the same people engaged in enslaving people? The same people who are engaged in carrying out unspeakable acts with children. The same people who are consuming people. All of this stuff. And that is what I'm talking about. So let's go and read a document which I wanted to go into. I hope I'll have it somewhere. Let's see. No, 1 second. It's here somewhere. I'm gonna just bear with me, please. I hope I can make it. No, I don't want that. Okay, now, so let's do it this way. Just give me a minute, please. I'm just trying to make sure I can give it in a way that you can get that information. Now, so the Epstein file has really shattered the illusion, of moral superiority that the West often like to portray. Like I said, many people, I can recall when I was in secondary school, Pope John Paul went past our school. Yes, Pope John Paul went past our school. We were told to go and line up on the streets. I went to line up on the streets as Pope John Paul drove past in his motorcade, and we were waving, but I didn't have the understanding that I now have of just how damaging the Pope has been on Africans. Because I just told you, the same Pope, they have stayed with the same papal bull that gives them the right to take over the lands that they go to visit, to enslave the people, to take their resources, to take their land. But then we welcome them as though they're praying for us. These are the people that wrote laws to enslave us. Can you see? Not knowing that history. Of course, as a child and parent, many of us weren't aware of this, that they were the architect of our enslavement. Christianity, popes were and are the architects of our enslavement. It is important to understand this. I'm not saying this as a question of hate. We have to understand what happened and be able to prevent the same thing happening in future. Okay, so let's carry on. Now, so this is a report written by Beijing Review. Take it, some people say it's biased, but I found it interesting, and I wanted to read the document. Let me see if I can find. Is it gonna let me go in? Okay, it's not letting me. I don't know if I can. I'll read it somewhere here. I'm just going to show you, but I'll read it somewhere else because I wanted to be able to read the full thing and not have it, cover my face, because I need you to see what I'm reading. So in the waning days of 2026, the U.S. Department of Justice unleashed a digital deluge, over 3 million pages of documents, supplemented by thousands of videos and images, all tied to sordid saga of Jeffrey Epstein. The latest tranche follows previous releases made in response to Epstein Files Transparency Act, signed by U.S. President Donald Trump in November 2025, and brings total number of pages released to nearly 3.5 million. The new release has not merely revived old scandals, it has ignited a global reckoning. And that is what I'm trying to get us to understand. This is now a global thing. Africa does not need America to liberate. Thank you very much. This is it. This is exactly the point I'm trying to make. We only need ourselves. Africa is for Africans, and we need to free ourselves. Just like Europe is for Europeans, and they can do what they want to do. It is time that Africans stand up and say, Africa is for Africans, and thank you very much. We can solve our own problems. We don't need you interfering. We don't need you. You've done enough damage as it is by causing division through your imposition of your religions and your doctrines and all of that without our say-so. So many African leaders need to be aware that when they're going to these places, the agenda that they have and the plan that they have and the agenda that the colonials have are two different things. And they never ever meet in the middle. Never ever meet. And they will never ever meet because of the doctrine that they believe. The doctrine of discovery is the foundation of all Western policies. It's important to understand that. Okay, now, so the files paint a damning portrait of expansive network weaving through the corridors of power in politics, business, academia, and royalty, spanning continents and implicating figures from Trump to and Bill, the former president, former royals, allegations of sex, SP, I should say, predation, including minors, PDFs, and other crimes swirl around this elite, yet no new charges have materialized. What emerges is not just a tale of individual depravity, but a systemic, please note that word, systemic rot that erodes the West's long-claimed mantle of beacon of moral and civilizational superiority. It is important that we begin to emphasize this point. And that's why I keep saying, as Africans now, we actively, in all our platforms, wherever we may be, we must strongly advocate for our own media that is run by us, that is controlled by us, that no other continent, no other nation has the right to shape African thinking except Africans, to allow us to tell our own stories. Because the media spaces, just look at, like I said, the restrictions on our thought. I even have to watch what I'm saying. You notice I'm not even able to say certain names because I'm worried that if I say certain things, they will bring this down. That is control of our mind. Yet we don't have our own media space where we can now say what we want freely and speak our truth to power. We have to manage what our P's and Q's in case, we don't get cancelled on this platform, or they don't reduce us from that platform. They don't, that is actually, and it's not just one or two people. It is shaping the minds of millions. I've seen videos, and this is really important. I've seen videos of many women that now translate that clicks. They can get clicks by taking off their clothes, and they will think they're making money. But those pictures, they forget that they will be there forever. The media, those who are getting those information are using it. They are trading it. And don't forget, it says here, again, this is to do with Epstein. All of this stuff that these women are doing unknowingly, they are giving them ammunition to be able to carry on and perpetuate this sick elitism of collective depravity that they've imposed on the world. So we have to have our own media space. I cannot overemphasize it. So please, if you're watching me, I urge you, if you can subscribe to my platform, because I want to work with groups. I'm working with a group of social media people who have the same ethos, that we want transparency, we want transparency, honesty, and be able to have our own African perspective without influencing from these same people with this sickening depravity that we see displayed every other day. You're hearing things about what's happening in the Epstein. Do you know that even in the Epstein file, they were even doing hunting for people that look like me? Yes. And these are people who I'll come with a video and talk about that in depth. I don't want to deviate too much from what I'm saying here. But we have to understand that it is now important for us, without having our own social media where we control what goes on the African continent, must be controlled by Africans. It cannot be that we leave this in the hands of those who have oppressed and who are suppressing us on our own continent. I kid you not. Yes, we have to chase these puppets out of Africa. Democracy is not good for us. I agree, and I happen to agree strongly with that statement. I have a strongly held view that democracy is a mirage. It's only a tool. It's a word. It's almost like you're putting people in a trance. You have to be democratic, and then you are chasing that goal, and you're thinking, I'm going to be democratic. Whilst your eyes are being distracted with trying to follow democracy, they are looting your resources. It's only a game. They don't care about. Remember, the West don't care about democracy. They care about the doctrine of discovery. Don't take my words for it. I want you to see it in writing. I'll quickly show my face and I'll come back. I want you to remember that when we're talking about this. Is that it? No. Let me just quickly. Okay, 1 minute. Is it here? No, it's not. Okay. I'll come back to it anyway. Let me just make sure I get this information there. Yeah. So this is it. Now, always remember this. I want you to take a screenshot of this. The doctrine of discovery. Whatever the Western government tells you, They have not changed in 500 years from this policy of discovery, and they will never change. And you saw me explain to you that the US, they still strongly hold on to that view. And look at what they did with Venezuela. They took away Maduro, and they forced and imposed themselves. So whatever agreement that you enter into with the West is not what the paper is written on, because they only believe in what their ancestors, the Pope Nicholas V, told them, that they have the doctrine of discovery. Anywhere they go, they are the ones who discover, and they can decide the future of the indigents. So you cannot trust whatever they're saying. So I'm bringing that up into it. Again, tying that back to what those ladies, many African, many ladies are doing on the internet. You wear the clothes, you this, you know. Oh, thank you, Kamara. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please share the broadcast. So, and what they've done, you see, the thing with the social media is that it is changing it is controlling our minds. Like I said, I've seen so many platforms. I'm not a prude. Please don't. Seeing beautiful women, it's nice, but there's a time and a place. If you're with somebody that you care for and you want to be how you want to be with that person, fine. But what they are doing, they don't understand that this is falling into the hands of the people who have been carrying out PDFs against children. And what they are doing is that when the children see what the parents are doing, they're going to do that. So they are being sexualized at a younger age, which is giving the people like Epstein and others yet more people that they can use in this nefarious act. So I am just saying for us as Africans, and I'm calling on for us, that is why we have to support the Alliance of Sahel States. The men that you see behind me, let me take this picture down so I'm not down, I'll just hide it. The men that you see behind me on this picture, those of you on TikTok, these men, they have done something that people never thought would happen. We are over 500 people on TikTok right now. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate you following me. Please continue to share our broadcast, help us with more people. And please consider subscribing to Citizen Network, the platform where we speak truth to power on TikTok. Of course, look out for the newsletter. I'd like you to subscribe for our newsletter, to join me. Sign up for it. Sign up for the newsletter. It's on Facebook. I think it's on YouTube. I'll see how I can get it onto TikTok so that you can just click on it and get your sign-up details. Then I'll be giving you a monthly newsletter. And of course, the first one is free. And after that, it will be monthly subscription. All of this will be all get to ensure that this platform is focused at giving you accurate information about Africans, devoid of any spins, devoid of any whoa. Aha. What? They took me back. They just took me back. Okay, go live. Hello, welcome back again. I know what they've done. I was busy talking, I didn't see the things changing. Hello, welcome back. It's okay. It's all right. Can you see me? They just, they took it back. They took it out. They decided to play a game. I'm here anyway. I'm here. I don't know why they did that, but it's fine. So I'm back again. I don't know why. They seem to want to mess with the platform. I'm back. They just wanted to, it's all to prevent us from doing, it doesn't matter. We're back. Please continue to tap in and shine. I don't know what they did there. It doesn't matter. Please tap. That's why I say to you, please subscribe to us. Join that sign up. I'm going to put something up right now. I want you to sign up with me. I'm going to get that for you right now. I need you to do that for me, because what they're doing, you can see what they're doing now is having an impact, and I don't want that to continue to impede the information that I'm sharing. Obviously, what is this done? This is done in a way to prevent certain information to be going, to be delivered. But we're not going to stop. Those of you on YouTube, yeah, we had a connection break on TikTok, but we're back. Come back again. Come back in again. Come back in again. Paulan, wow, it's been a minute. Paulan, brother, how you doing, bro? It's great to have you. Let me actually bring people on, and maybe people would have seen what we're doing. I'm going to just bring in Paulan. I know some people, and I want to just, maybe we can speak. If you do want to speak, if you're able to speak, that's okay. The broadcast was brought down by TikTok. It doesn't matter. We will continue. Like I said, this bringing and sharing important information. What we're doing. Hey, good afternoon, my brother. How you doing? How's things? How are you? Greetings.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Yes, sir.
Greetings.
To all
Greetings.
Africans everywhere.
Thank you. Thank you. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
we hot in the trenches, but
go ahead.
what we have to keep into focus is that everything is we have gained nothing except through the hard work, through facing the battle head on, and unfortunately, the situation here on TikTok is we are unfairly treated in regards to